Shut your damn mouth. Sorry. Got a little testy there. Been watching the WWE Network on my PS3. Okay. Let's talk about this WWE Network seriously now. WWE Network, $10 a month, $60 up front. That way you don't fucking screw WWE out of the free WrestleMania, you know. So if you get it and you get WrestleMania, you cancel it the next day, you know, WWE's not going to be like, oh, you screwed me. No, you actually pay for it ahead of time. So it ain't like you're going to screw them out of it. So, the WWE Network. Is it worth it? Is it not? Okay, before I decided to get it, I went on plenty of reviews, watched people's reviews on it, and I really didn't see anything that, you know, kind of knew, what's the word I'm looking for, satisfied me. So hopefully this video will enlighten you more than what other videos have enlightened me. First thing is, I recommend everybody do the 1 week trial. Okay, I started the 1 week trial today, and honestly, I'm probably going to end it by the end of next week. I'll probably end it with the free trial, not even bother getting it. I think it's worth the $10 a month. I don't think it's worth the $60 up front. Unless you have the $60 to spend up front, I don't think it's worth the $60 up front. There's a lot of cool things on there, but there's a lot of things that should be on there that I just feel isn't, and is disappointing. First things first, some of the stuff that's on there, you have every ECW, WCW, and WWE pay-per-view. I watched Spring Stampede 1998. WCW Spring Stampede 1998. That was the first thing I watched when I got it. I loved the WCW back in that time. I loved the Diamond Dallas Page versus Raven and the Raven Rules match. I loved Booker T versus Chris Benoit for the the TV title. I loved Chris Jericho versus Prince Iaukea. I loved Macho Man versus Sting. I just loved that whole fucking pay-per-view. So that was the one pay-per-view that I jumped on right away, and I wanted to watch it, mostly just see how far back they went, and so on in their reign. And it pretty much had every pay-per-view that I wanted to see. After that, I watched Royal Rumble 1999, Mankind versus The Rock in the I Quit match. That's why I came on with the shut your mouth, jabroni. Because I just got done watching it. What disappoints me the most about this network thing is you don't have recent stuff. It's like Raw. I wonder, what happens if my DVR didn't catch Raw last week? $60 up front, $10 a month. Fucking Raw better be on there. I didn't see Raw on there. They did like a Raw Rewind show. That's not good enough for me. They did have last month's Elimination Chamber on there, okay? Elimination Chamber was a few weeks ago. It should have been on there at this point. This is what you're paying for. Also, I work third shift. So, most of the time, I don't get to watch pay-per-views unless I request it off. I want to be able to know, if I'm paying for this network, when I get home in the morning, can I watch the pay-per-view that took place the previous night? So, today's Sunday. Let's say there's a pay-per-view tonight. Say, if SummerSlam was tonight, and I can't watch because I work third shift and I work on Sundays, when I get home in the morning, is there going to be an encore edition of SummerSlam on the WWE Network? That's yet to be seen. I have yet to see that. If they don't have Elimination Chamber out yet, what's the chance of them having that on there? I tried to watch Raw. The last Raw they had on there was from January. And we are in March now. So, a lot of different problems I'm having with it. I just think they need to... It should be like an on-demand service. All the back stuff is great, but they don't have much selection when it comes to other things. Documentaries. I'm a huge documentary fan. I watch documentaries on all kinds of shit. I watch every WWE documentary I can get my hands on. Went to go to a documentary. There was no documentary. The only documentary I saw was the Bret Hart vs. Shawn Michaels rival. Now, you guys can say, well, Rob, the app just came out. WWE Network just came out. You gotta give them time. If they had enough time to have the entire archive of WCW, ECW, and the WWE pay-per-views, they had enough time to put them documentaries on there. Okay? I mean, if they're not wasting time charging me my $60, they shouldn't have to make me wait for my documentaries. Okay? I would love to see fucking the documentary on Chris Jericho, Big Show. Like, I watched all these documentaries, the history of WrestleMania. I watched them when they were on Netflix. Some of them are still on Netflix. The Rise and Fall of WCW. The Rise and Fall of ECW. That's not on Netflix, but the WCW one is. And the history of the NWO. All that's on Netflix. I don't see none of that on this network. And this is what this network was supposed to be about. Give you all that wrestling content. I didn't see that on here. But without doubt, the thing that frustrates me the most is the fact that they don't have recent Raw, SmackDown, or pay-per-views on there. I want to be able to come home that next morning, don't have to worry about DVR, go on to my WWE Network and watch last night's Raw. Watch last night's pay-per-view. Watch last night's SmackDown. I want to be able to be into everything. And another thing I do not like about it is you cannot watch Raw live on there. I actually seen the schedule for this coming Monday, and they have a Raw pre-show, and then it goes to the WWE Network programming for the next 3 hours instead of it showing Raw. You think the WWE Network would play Raw as well. Okay, it just seems logical. That would also stop people from getting cable and different things. They could just run with the WWE Network. But no, I don't know if that's because they signed a deal with USA or what. But just a couple things that just irritates me with that. I recommend you get the free trial. It's cool to go back and watch some of the great pay-per-views back in the day because there was a lot of awesome pay-per-views. I just don't think at this particular time that I'm willing to drop $60 for this and then $10 a month. I think right now I'm just kind of satisfied with just dropping the $60 for WrestleMania and just save my $10 a month. Or maybe at that time I'll be willing to pay that $60 a month. It's just right now I'm saving up for MegaCon, and to drop $60 on something that doesn't really have what I need, such as the Elimination Chamber, last week's Raw, and last week's SmackDown, then it just seems kind of pointless because I can just go on YouTube and watch the same exact stuff. So that's my opinion of it. I know a lot of people have been having mixed reviews on it, but I've never seen no one actually talk about that. So hopefully if you're thinking about it, just hold off. I say wait a while. Wait closer to WrestleMania if you plan on doing it. Just don't do it now. There's definitely things they need to do in it because I just feel like you're not getting the bang for your buck right now. So be sure to leave comments in the comment box below. Be sure to, share, like, subscribe. Until next time, guys, I'm Storm Zink. And know your fucking role, jabroni.